Okay, so today we are doing my salami pasta, which has got, so we're prepped already. So in the wok we have olive oil, not sunflower oil this time, olive oil, garlic, which is about 4 cloves of garlic, and black pepper, but it's my pepper mix. Black pepper will work fine. You've got a packet of, it's German salami. Sometimes you use the German salami which has got the pepper on the outside chopped up, so 1 packet. It's about 10, I think 10 to 15 slices. Cherry tomatoes. Old ones are good for this because they release nicely, so if you've got tomatoes that are going a bit soft, they're perfect for this. And black olives, pitted black olives that I've halved. And then you're going to add spinach, and it's a very simple dish, but it's very colourful, so it looks nice, and it's very tasty. So we're going to do this one, okay? So garlic, olive oil and pepper onto the heat. Make sure your garlic is in the oil. It was sitting resting for a bit. Again, chop up the big bits that the garlic crusher misses. Don't want a big chunk of garlic. So, waiting, doing the same as we've done before, where we're waiting to see the garlic foam up, and that'll be the time to put bits in. Unsurprisingly, we slept. This one is served with pasta. I use fresh penne pasta. It's also good with fusilli, but I like the penne because you get a bit of the stuff going down the tubes. My husband prefers fusilli, but we buy penne a lot because I do the shopping. So, as you can see, the garlic is starting to heat up. The oil is starting to heat up. It's not quite there yet. Husband's a bit preemptive. I'm making no comment.
Too late.
Right, so garlic is foaming. You can see it's kind of expanding. I've got the black pepper in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to add in the olives and the tomatoes to start off with. There's a lot of tossing in this one. Gary will like that.
Love a toss.
So, toss the tomatoes and olives in the garlic and olive oil. Make sure it's heated up, and the tomatoes start to soften and release. Slurping. Hey, sensibly I should cook the pasta before I do this, because actually it's a very quick dish, so pasta could already be cooked. But I don't do that.
It's an epiphany then.
I might try that next time. So these tomatoes are quite new, so they're quite hard. But if you do have tomatoes that have been sitting in your fridge for a bit, they're really good because they release really quickly and soften. There's a lot of black olives in it. I am a fan of black olives. Don't use green, they're too salty. Did try it once. Doesn't work. So, tomatoes, black olives, garlic, olive oil, salt and pepper. You're going to chuck in your salami that has been diced up. The problem with this is that when you chop it up, as you can see, because it's the stuff that you use for sandwiches, it blocks together. So you're going to end up with some blocks. Some people will get big chunks of salami, some people will get thin little bits. Toss the salami in. You don't want this to go too far. What you'll see is that the salami changes. It's a German salami, so the fat is speckled through. It changes, and you'll see that the fat obviously melts. And then you're going to add spinach. And you chuck it in. I chuck in about half of the packet to start off with. Add some more of your pepper. So what you're working on is getting some of the spinach wilted, and then I'm going to add the rest of the packet after I've taken it off the heat, so that you've got some still with a bit of a crunch. So lots of tossing, as I said. Get that all mixed in. All of the spinach coated. As you can see, the spinach is starting to wilt. And you can see you've got some juice, so the tomatoes are starting to release, so you get some juice off this. So there you go. So that is where I'm going to take it off heat, because you don't want it to go too far. So that one, and take it off the heat. I then add the rest of the bag of spinach. And a bit more black pepper, and that sits like that whilst I cook the pasta. As I just said, I think I potentially could have cooked the pasta first, because it's a very quick dish, so potentially you could have had your pasta sitting ready to go, but you're gonna have to bear with us and come back for when the pasta's finished cooking and see the what?
Final toss.
The end result was what I was going for, but final toss, according to my husband. End. Okay, so the pasta's cooked. Just draining it. Make sure the water's gone, and then I'm going to put the salami spinach mix onto the heat and chuck the pasta in. That's it. Tossing. So the spinach that you saw that I chucked on the top has literally just sat. It's not heated through. This is when it gets heated through, just to, oops, missed a bit. And you're tossing the pasta into the salami and thingy mixture. It shows through. So there's enough olive oil in here and enough flavour to coat your pasta. Don't need to add any extra olive oil. Everything's just heating slightly. As you can see, the tomatoes have softened nicely. So they're releasing, but not, you know, so they're mush. Wait until it's heated up a bit. Check your pasta, see if you've got speckles of pepper on it, you're okay. You might want to get more. And that's that one done. Off the heat and serve. Finished. Oh, but again, peppercorns. Green peppercorns, they only go in mine because Gary is not so keen, but I add a bit of peppercorns on the top. And that's it. Okay, done. Bye.